All right, so I decided to go live because people are quote unquote concerned about my shirt. So just had a good conversation with the media relations guy for the airport.
Hey, CJ, this one other thing. Did they explain the escort rules to you?
No, I just
Once you come in under escort, you're in the care of somebody who has a badge like mine.
okay.
And so once this thing is over, we have to take you out.
Please do.
We have to take you straight to the. You can't wander around off on your own. You've got
Yes.
to stay within eyesight of your escort.
Yeah.
And your escort's in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's
Well, I got moved over to a lady.
okay.
Okay, now I can't see her eye to eye right now.
What
But
does she
was
look like? Describe her for me.
she's younger, longer hair. You want me to walk around with you?
No.
Because I would like to know who I need to go to so I can leave. Because I do need to leave.
Find me.
Okay.
I'll take you out.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be in the vicinity.
Okay, great. Yeah, because I am waiting on another flight later this afternoon, so I definitely need to
And
grab my
let me tell you
bags.
that under the escort rules, we can revoke the escort at any time.
Yes.
So anything else, so just know that. Okay?
Yeah, I don't know why y'all would have to
I
revoke
just
it.
have to
so-
tell everybody that.
Okay.
I tell media knows that because they come in and out of here.
Yeah.
You have to stay within eyesight. That includes, I have to make sure that when you go to the bathroom that I'm not bored or whatever.
Okay.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have to stay with your escort.
Okay.
Just let it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So we're just waiting on Cornyn to show up, and everyone is concerned because I'm wearing a T-shirt that says it's not gay if it's the TSA. So now everyone's freaking out. Oh my gosh, the shirt. Oh my gosh, the shirt.
We're in the vortex.
Hey, can you hear me? Is the audio? The audio's good? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I don't want to get too loud right now. There's the microphone. He's going to be at a microphone. Okay. it's funny. All the TSA guys loved it. They thought it was funny. That's why I wear it. I'm like, you know, if I have to get felt up, I might as well make fun of it. You know? So, I know. I think after 21 years in the military, my sense of humor isn't probably in line with most other people's sense of humor.
You know what I mean? Like thinking about that?
Yeah.
Like this moment where, you know, she's sitting down and she's
That's awesome.
yeah. That's it's monitoring those little things, like, but that's in real time monitoring Sprout.
Mod's quite interesting to tell us.
Yeah.
That's not.
All right, guys, we're just waiting on. I don't know what media outlet he was with, but I'll definitely try to find out which one it was. Sorry, we're just waiting on Senator Cornyn to show up, so there's really nothing to see. I only turned it on because I was approached twice now because people are, quote, concerned about my t-shirt. Here's what my t-shirt looks like. So apparently that's cause for some concern. I'm not sure what. Yeah. Here, let's see. So a lot of media here today, waiting on John Cornyn to show up. Got cameras in the back. Now they're really gonna be concerned because more people saw my shirt.
We are starting momentarily. If I could have everyone
This
take
is the guy that approached me about people being concerned with my shirt. So, how do you guys like this S9 Plus camera? Does the video come across pretty decently? This is the new Galaxy S9 Plus.
Let's step over this way so other people.
Colin?
Senator Cornyn just arrived. Oh wait, I thought I heard something say Senator. Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah, I do have a battery bank. I do find a bit of irony in the fact that this is a press conference, which is a First Amendment protected activity, and yet people are concerned about my t-shirt, which is protected by the First Amendment. Go figure.
Thank you.
Would you like to sit down?
No, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Donahue, the CEO of DFW Airport, and on behalf of the DFW Airport Board, and our entire airport team, welcome to today's event. We are truly honored to welcome U.S. Secretary of Transportation Elaine Chao, along with many special guests today. Senator John Cornyn, thank you. Congresswoman Kay Granger, thank you. Mayor Betsy Price, Mayor Mike Rawlings, and the CEO of American Airlines, Doug Parker. I also want to acknowledge members of the DFW Airport Board who are with us today. In addition to the mayors who sit on the board, our board chair, Mr. Meadows, Bill Meadows, our board vice chair, Regina Montoya, our board secretary, Henry Borbola, and our past board chair, Sam Coates. Thanks for joining us. We also have some guests from the FAA Southwest region, represented today by Terry Biggio and Ignacio Flores. And gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. Finally, I'd like to thank all the guests today from our airline partners who joined us, the members of the DFW Airport Ops and DPS team who worked hard and are nice enough to join us today. And we also have several of our community partners with us today, and this airport doesn't operate unless we operate in conjunction with many of our community partners. So again, thanks everybody for joining us. We are absolutely delighted that Secretary Chao is delivering a letter of intent from the DOT today. It prioritizes $180 million in federal grants for DFW to build 2 new in-around taxiways. New taxiways are a critical infrastructure addition to DFW. They absolutely increase safety and they help better utilize our runways. So thank you, Secretary Chao, and to the DOT for recognizing DFW Airport as a vital component in our nation's transportation infrastructure and for your continued commitment to our airport. Thank you very much. A quick note on these in-around taxiways. With these in place, air traffic controllers no longer have to use runways as intersection points for airplanes. That means these runways can be used for more efficient departure and arrival performance. And we're proud at DFW that 20 years ago, working with the FAA and NASA, we were instrumental in the concept, design, and testing of these taxiways. And the first taxiway, the first in-around taxiway in the country opened here at DFW about 20 years ago. So at DFW Airport, we will continue to focus on innovation and providing world-class service to our customers while connecting the Dallas-Fort Worth region to the world. Once again, my thanks to all of you for joining us today, and especially to Secretary Chao, Senator Cornyn, Congresswoman Granger, Mayor Price, Mayor Rawlings, and Doug Parker. As many of you are aware, hopefully you're aware, the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth own DFW Airport. And if it wasn't for the vision and the support of our 2 owner cities, this airport would not be what it is today. And that is the 4th largest airport in the world measured in operations. So with that, it's my honor and my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of Fort Worth, Betsy Price.
Good afternoon. Great announcements like this draw a real crowd, Secretary and Senator Cornyn. People love it when we are able to bring this kind of grant to it. Mike and I, Mayor Rawlings and I, are honored to have you with us, Secretary Chao, certainly Senator Cornyn, and our own Kay Granger and Doug Parker, American Airlines head. You know, Kay was one of my predecessors as mayor of Fort Worth and knows and understands the history of this airport, as most of you do. 4th busiest in the world, but the economic engine for our region. This great team, the board, all of you who are here really make it easy for nearly 70 million passengers a year to pass through the terminals here. Our friends at the FAA are to be congratulated on what you do. And we really are excited about it. I'm also very excited to be able to represent American Airlines, the world's largest airline, Doug. It's home in Fort Worth, and a vital part of what we do here in Dallas and Fort Worth helps make us at the crossroads here. The global economy that we all live in now, and that Fort Worth and Dallas are a huge piece of, makes this airport and the opportunities here more and more critical to us with each passing year. Mayor Rawlings and I have the opportunity to travel on behalf of the airport along with our board members to promote the region. And we know the traveling public loves to come through here, but our first focus must continue to be on safety. And this grant will continue to promote the safety. The innovation that the airport brings is amazing, from excellence in customer service to working with our partner airlines to helping serve and keep safe our customers. It really is about promoting our region, the Fort Worth, Dallas region, Mike, and continuing to move the airport forward. The foresight of our forefathers, 40-plus years ago, to dedicate 17,000 acres, larger than the island of Manhattan, for the airport to grow and to continue serve, will continue to enlarge the vision for this region and to create more and more capacity. And grants like this, Secretary Chow, just enable us to move forward. So thank you again for being here, and to all of you who serve for us in Washington. We appreciate your partnership. And American Airlines, we always appreciate your partnership as our biggest carrier here. It's my pleasure now to introduce my partner in crime, Mayor Mike Rawlings.
Hey, she got that right.
I love going second with Betsy because she doesn't have a chance to retort me. After I finish, I get the last word. It's fabulous to be here to celebrate this important announcement. Secretary Chow and Senator Cornyn and Congresswoman, it's great to see you as well. Every day, 400 new people relocate to DFW region. 400 people every day. Someone once told me that the number one place to drop off a one-way U-Haul rental is our region, okay? People are coming here in droves. It's the most attractive place for businesses to relocate. We have 20 Fortune 500 headquarters that are based here, and so many entrepreneurs and businesses. The reason they give us are many, but at the top of the region, at the top of that list is what you all do, is DFW. We have an airport that makes us more competitive, I believe, that and God's gift of location, okay, in the whole country, and that's what's making us the fastest growing region in the country. We'll overtake Chicagoland in just in a decade or so. Watch it. And I think that investments in this airport will get the greatest return on our taxpayers' dollars of any place. Betsy and I have the honor of representing you, the citizens, throughout the world when we go to different places. And it's a real conundrum in some countries whether they're going to invest in their airports or not. Do they have the space? Do they have the... We were just in London, in Heathrow. They had 2 runways. What do we got, 7? 7, okay? And the countries that are investing in their airports are growing. It's a direct correlation. So this is a great investment by our country, by the Department of Transportation, by Congress. Thank you so much for making it happen. We will do our part. We will continue to make sure that this airport runs safely and with a great high degree of customer service. We're going through a major transformation right now. And on the other end, we will be in a very a good place. But for all of those folks in orange, okay, and everybody that touches the customers, thank you so much, because our customer satisfactions are here. So we're investing with capital and we're making it with customer service, and it is a fabulous combination. A key part of that combination are our strategic partners, and the biggest and the best of them is American Airlines. Having American Airlines and the caliber of people that run it here take us to the next level. And with that, I want to introduce their great CEO, Doug Parker.
Very kind. Thank you, Mayor Rawlings. Thanks you all for being here. Delighted to be here with you for this big announcement. Secretary Chow, thank you so much for your leadership. Secretary Chow understands the critical role that DOT plays in ensuring the safety and efficiency of our country's transportation systems and how these systems and infrastructure move the U.S. economy forward. Americans' partnership with Secretary Chow and the senior leadership of the DOT has allowed us to work together to improve the experience of the traveling public through investments in next-gen air traffic control and the infrastructure at airports of all sizes throughout the country. In addition to our terrific partnership with the DOT, we enjoy a wonderful relationship with the City of Fort Worth, the City of Dallas, and DFW Airport, and we thank Mayor Price, Mayor Rawlings, and Sean and his team for being such great partners to America. I'd also like to acknowledge Cedric Rockamore and Jose Velez Rubio, who lead our operations for American here at our for American and our wholly owned subsidiary Envoy, respectively, at DFW, Cedric, Jose, and the 25,000 team members that we have based in Dallas, Fort Worth, many of whom are here today. Thank you very much. We didn't get all 25,000 in here, but we got enough. Thank you all very much for being here. They do a terrific job of taking care of our customers and each other every day. DFW has come to be America's largest hub and a central gateway to our extensive network. From DFW alone, American operates more than 800 daily flights to 200 destinations in 30 countries. It's an exciting time for American and DFW as our hub continues to grow and evolve. Early this year, we finalized a lease agreement that will allow us to expand our footprint in DFW in 2019 by moving some regional flying to 15 new gates at the satellite building in Terminal E and converting some regional gates here at Terminal B to mainline gates. The two new end-around taxiways we're celebrating today are the result of government and private industry working together to develop creative solutions that help us better meet the growing demand for air travel. We're incredibly excited about our future here in Dallas-Fort Worth, and we look forward to continuing our partnership with Secretary Chow and the DOT leadership team. DFW and the cities of Fort Worth and Dallas for many more years to come as we work together to provide a great travel experience for our customers and continue to invest in the infrastructure that is so critical to moving our nation's transportation system forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doug. And one of the other benefits of this LOI, we work hard at DFW Airport to be as cost efficient as possible. And grants like this benefit all the airlines and benefit all of our partners here in terms of keeping our cost effective. So thank you, Doug. Congresswoman Kay Granger is a dedicated public servant currently serving her 11th term representing Fort Worth in the 12th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. She is a senior member of the powerful House Appropriations Committee and currently chairs the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee. Congresswoman Granger has been a great ally to DFW Airport and knows this airport probably better than I do. In large part because prior to joining Congress, the Congresswoman sat on the board of DFW Airport during her tenure as mayor of Fort Worth. Congresswoman, you are a tremendous asset to DFW, and we appreciate your commitment to service, your leadership, and your continual support of our brave fighting men and women, something I know is very close to your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a faithful friend to DFW, Congresswoman Kay Granger.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for being here, and I know we're all excited. This is huge. I'm happy to be here with Secretary Chow at DFW for really a very important announcement that most airports in most cities would envy. I want to thank the Secretary for recognizing the importance of DFW Airport. I know it's not an announcement that you make often, and thank you for being here personally. What you're doing is, with Senator Cornyn and Mayor Price, Mayor Rawlings, all of us there, is so important, and I know that she knows that. She has been helpful to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, to Texas, more than once, and I know she will continue to be. She's been a great friend, and it is so important. I do go back a long way with the airport, having sat as the mayors get to on the board. I didn't realize how much I knew this airport until a man was sitting in line with me. He said, "How did you get 5 million miles on American Airlines?" And I said, "I don't have 5 million miles." He said, "Well, it says right there on the tag on your luggage that you do." And I really had to put the tag when they said it, and I said, "That is a lot of travel." So I explained that to lots of people, but it's travel from this airport, and we do travel so much, and you talked about London and what they've done, and to go through that it's a real struggle just to get around. This is one of the busiest airports in the world, soon 70 million, so it's so important to us. Transportation is so important to us, and the two cities, Fort Worth and Dallas, and the cities in between work so well on understanding that our growth, you have to have transportation. And so we go to people like Elaine Chow and said, "Can you help us?" And her answer is yes. And so thank you so much for what you've done now and in the past. Thank you, Senator, for all the work that you put in something like that. I'm glad to be here.
All right. Senator John Cornyn is currently serving his third term representing Texas in the U.S. Senate, where he serves on the Senate Judiciary, Intelligence, and Finance Committees. The senator has also been selected by his colleagues to serve as the Majority Whip, the #2 leadership position in the United States Senate, which gives Texas a very powerful seat at the leadership table. Senator Cornyn has been a great friend to DFW and the aviation industry throughout his time in the Senate. And as someone who flies in and out of this airport countless times a year, I know he'll appreciate the upgrades we plan for the years to come as a result of today's announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our good friend and senior United States Senator, John Cornyn.
Well, Sean, it's good to be here with you. I was thinking about my friends, Mayors Price and Mayor Rawlings, who I'm also glad to be here with, but I felt like I ought to address you as the mayor of Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. This is certainly not a small city that you preside over. And Doug, it's good to be here with you as well. Sean, of course, does a great job helping manage the 4th busiest airport in the world. But I know, like all leaders, he does not do it by himself. It's tough work, but he's got a great team. And as somebody who does come in and out of DFW frequently, I can tell you I personally appreciate it. But more importantly than that, the other people, the tens of thousands of people, the millions of people who come through this airport appreciate it. I know I'm pretty glad I'm back here in Texas and not in the swamp of Washington, D.C., but you know, it's beginning to feel a little bit like the Sahara Desert here in Texas. 106, 108 degrees, but I was telling Secretary Chow, we call this summer in Texas. So God bless all of you who work in these challenging conditions, particularly outside during the summer. I have the privilege of representing 28 million Texans in Congress, and there are a great many good parts about my job and a few difficult challenges from now and then, but obviously one of those is I travel a lot to visit with all of my constituents. It means a lot of planes, a lot of airports, and it means a lot of time spent on runways. No one likes a traffic jam in the morning on the roads nor at the airport, and that's why these AIP funds that Secretary Chow is here to talk about today are so important. These new taxiways will provide planes with routes around active runways, as you've heard. Reduce delays, I'm all for that. And reduce congestion, I'm also all for that. And they'll decrease the number of plane crossings and allow for more departures. I'm very proud of the fact that DFW is one of the very best airports in the world. And as I said, as Congresswoman Granger has said, we've seen a lot of them. With these new funds, which I've supported along with my friend Kay Granger, I'm grateful that the administration is awarding DFW the ability to become more efficient and safer for all Texans, and that everybody, whether they're Texans or whether they're just passing through, that they can enjoy it. It will continue to be a hub and a jumping off point and an important crossroads in domestic and international travel. And I feel like that's going to do nothing except get better and bigger every day. Today, our airports are our lifelines. We can be here in DFW in one moment and then almost anywhere in the world just a few hours later. Roughly 230 destinations can be reached by plane flying out of this airport, which is just an amazing factoid in and of itself. In our mobile society, we need the infrastructure that can keep up with the increasing demands. If we can't get places, planes fall apart. So I borrow a book title from one of my favorite authors. I think it's crucial that we have the right stuff, which means not just pilots and planes, but airports and the people that help run them too. DFW's new taxiways and other upgrades funded by this grant are definitely the right stuff. It's my great honor to introduce our guest who brought us here together today, Secretary Elaine Chao, the Secretary of the Department of Transportation. As you know, she previously served as Secretary of Labor under President George W. Bush, our friend here in Texas, and her resume is impressive by any standard. She has an MBA from Harvard and a degree in economics from Mount Holyoke. Earlier in her career, she specialized in transportation financing in the private sector. She went on to become the CEO of United Way and the director of the U.S. Peace Corps. She's worked inside the White House, and she's the first Asian American woman in American history to be appointed to the president's cabinet. But when I think about Secretary Chao, I not only think of her as a distinguished professional, I think about her as the friend that she is. You know, she's married to a less well-known, but equally distinguished public servant, Mitch McConnell, who I work with day in and day out. And it's fair to say that Leader McConnell and Secretary Chao and my wife, Sandy, and I have become fast friends. And if you noted, in Washington, things have gotten a little heated in our politics these days. Protesters showing up outside your home day and night. Well, you may have seen on YouTube Secretary Chao having a two-way conversation with some of these protesters. Check it out. See what I mean. You'll enjoy it. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce DFW Airport's greatest champion in Washington, D.C., a woman who's a patriot and a wonderful steward of our nation's infrastructure, Secretary Elaine Chao.
Senator Cornyn, it's wonderful to be in your state. You and Sandy are perpetual advocates and champions for Texans, and I'm so delighted to be here in your state. I'm also so delighted to see Chairman Kay Granger. She is one of the nicest people that you know, but this woman has power. She sits on the Appropriations Committee, and we appreciate her so much as well. Mayor Betsy Price, Mayor Mike Rollins, Sean Donahue, you are all so nice to be here. Without local leadership, this community would not be what it is either. Doug Parker, CEO of American Airlines. We work with the airlines, all of them, on all issues of concern to make sure that our airspace is safe and that passengers are able to get effectively, efficiently from one point to another. And so, Doug, thanks for being with us here today as well. I also understand that Christine Babcock from Senator Ted Cruz's office is here as well. And I'm so delighted to see so many workers and staff here. In particular, I want to single out the staff of the FAA. These are real professionals who dedicate their lives to ensuring that the national airspace is safe and that passengers get home to where they want to go every night. And being the former Secretary of Labor, I have to say I see these men and women in green, in orange and green, in orange and gray. We thank you so much for what you do. You perform important work that enables the rest of us to carry on with our daily activities. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And as I start my little chat, it won't be too long, don't worry. I wanted to just note the strong economic news coming out of Washington this morning. Our country's economy grew at a strong 4.1%. Pretty incredible. This means that our economy is strong, vibrant, on the move, and that jobs are being created. It shows that the tax cuts passed by the Congress and the regulatory reforms launched by this administration are working to create more opportunities, more jobs for everyone. So, to keep this momentum going, because we all care about infrastructure, today I am so pleased to be announcing a $180 million investment to ensure completion of 2 major taxiway complexes at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. As you have heard, and which I know you know so well, these improvements will enhance capacity and efficiency by allowing aircrafts to taxi without crossing busy runways. This will reduce the risk of inadvertent runway incursions. These improvements are expected to reduce delays by 7% over the next 20 years, saving more than $270 million. This investment is structured as a letter of intent and is first one issued since 2011. It will provide, as I mentioned, the $180 million in a series of grants that will be made over the next 7 years. Secondly, I am also announcing an additional airport improvement program on top of what you're getting of $30 million for runway rehabilitation. As these leaders behind me have already said, these investments will provide many benefits to this major hub. This is a major airport. As you've heard so many times, and you know yourself, this is America's 4th largest airport. It handles more than 66 million passengers and over 866 million tons of cargoes annually. The Dallas-Fort Worth Airport Board, members of whom are here today, worked with state and local officials to make these improvements possible. So we want to thank the board also, and I think you need to give them another round of applause. They planned for the future. They protected the critical real estate that provides sufficient space to execute these projects. They undertook the necessary planning analysis, and they worked with air traffic controllers, airport planning experts, and the airlines to design a project that will keep this airport operating at peak efficiency for many years to come. And let me also commend American Airlines as well, because it is a major employer in this region. American Airlines provided the leadership in supporting these important projects. So Doug, thank you once again. The administration not only supports infrastructures like this, We are making it easier to execute these projects. We have begun to streamline the approval process, cutting red tape and reducing unnecessary and wasteful regulations that don't contribute to safety. By the end of 2018, the department will have distributed a total of $3.18 billion in grants to improve airports in America alone, just for airports. In addition, we have continued to provide funding for airports all around the country and other infrastructure as well. And then I do also want to say, number 3, I've got a third grant for you. I'm pleased to announce that the department has just awarded an additional $100 million to the Tex Rail commuter line for a project that will connect downtown Fort Worth with the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. So I would say Dallas-Fort Worth has done pretty well today with 3 major grants. These programs reinforce the natural partnership between the Department of Transportation and the local communities, because counties own and maintain 46% of the nation's public roads, 38% of the bridges, and more than 1/3 of the airports. So these local state governments pay for 78% of the public transit systems, and the department's role is to be a partner, a word that you have heard among the leaders behind me, and help empower the state and local governments to decide which infrastructure you want. We in this administration do not believe that it is our mandate to tell you which projects you should have. So we want to partner with the local and state governments. Local communities do so much to contribute to the funding of infrastructure, and we want to make sure that we're in coordination. Dallas-Fort Worth has played a critical role in the development of the numerous safety systems that are now in place around the nation. These include the terminal Doppler weather radar and runway status lights. And more recently, Dallas-Fort Worth was a key participant in an evolution and evaluation of systems that could eventually be used to enable airport officials to detect unauthorized drones inside your airspace. So there's so much that we are doing together. And going forward, we want to continue this partnership. And so once again, let me thank all of our special guests, especially the leaders behind me, and also the other leaders in the audience. Thank you so much for participating in such a historic and memorable day. We want to work with you and make sure that Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport is the best that it can be. Thank you so much.
Well, I think the understatement of the day is that it's been a good day for DFW. So Secretary, thank you very much. And if I could just tie on to 2 comments. First of all, Senator Cornyn talked about the people who actually do the work every day. And we're blessed to have about 2,000 employees at DFW Airport. We've got some here with us today that I'm delighted were able to join us. And the passion and the pride and just the great work they do is really what makes this airport tick. And I know Doug feels the same about American, and I know all of you feel the same about all of your employees. But at the end of the day, it's the people on the front line that actually make this airport what it is. So my thanks to all the 2,000 employees. Not all could have the chance to come today, but they played a big part in this. And then I'd like to also just touch on Secretary Chow's comments about jobs. DFW Airport is an economic engine for the region, and about 250,000 people have some type of job impact from this airport. airline employees, airport, construction, vendors who work here at the airport. So it's a tremendous economic engine. It's an asset that Dallas and Fort Worth own, but we know the entire region benefits from, and we take that stewardship very importantly. So again, thank you for joining us today. Very much appreciate the time. And again, Secretary Chow, thank you. Senator Cornyn, Congressman Granger, Mayor Rawlings, Mayor Price, and Doug. Hopefully we won't say your names anymore. But that's a wrap, and thank you, everybody.
All right, there you have it.
Michelle from Clear. How are you?
Hey, John. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I keep forgetting I had to put my Bluetooth on. What's up, man? Okay, so what I would ready to go? Yes, sir. You may follow you or yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Hang on, I'm trying to get where I can hear you a little bit better. So what the most economical way to do this would be to cancel the flight to Tallahassee completely, use that voucher, and yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry, I put it on mute. What did you hear before it went on mute? Okay, so the most economical way that won't cost us any more than about $70 is to cancel the Tallahassee flight completely, and then there's a flight to and from Tampa at 8:25 tonight. I think it's American Airlines as well. Oh gosh, I'm not sure, but if you do a search, it'll be the 8:25. I think there's only one 8:25 flight to Tampa tonight, and it lands at like 18:40, or I'm sorry, 11:40 from Dallas Fort Worth. And then you can just return the same thing, return on Sunday. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, will do. Thanks, John. They made my flight for tomorrow instead of today, so I'm kind of stuck here for a while. I'm supposed to be speaking tomorrow, and all the flights that leave tomorrow don't get me there until after my speaking event. Well, the whole rally will be over by the time I get there, because the earliest I get there is 4 o'clock. Well, thanks for letting me sit in. I haven't done a press conference in a while. Well, that's not true. I have done. But I haven't done one just on the fly like that in a while. I do press conferences all the time.
We have a couple of USOs here, or we used to host the daily on and off flight.
Oh, okay. This way?
Yeah, you're out here.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.
Appreciate it.
Take care of yourself. God bless.
See ya.
All right. Let me switch this around here. All right, so there you go. There you have it. A bunch of your tax money going towards paying I mean, hey, look, safety is important, right? It's important. But we sure are throwing around a lot of money for things that help corporations more. So, all right, I'm done. That's it. Appreciate you guys hanging in there, and it was fun. I had a nice little escort. They made sure that that they followed me everywhere I went. They weren't too happy. I think they don't like my shirt at all. If you missed my shirt, it says it's not gay if it's TSA, and apparently they didn't like that. So now I gotta find my way out of here. All right, guys, I will talk to y'all later. And yeah, the whole drone thing too. Holy cow! So now we're gonna start going after people's drones, but hey, drones shouldn't be flown over an airport, that's for sure. But all right, I'm rambling. Take care, guys. God bless. I made it out safely. I'm not dead. And just goes to show you that I guess citizen journalists from time to time do get to do citizen journalist stuff, right?